Now that I have my fuselage constructed and I have my launch lug on the side and I have my 3 fins cut out, the next thing I need to do is I need to attach the fins to the side of my fuselage. Now it's very important that we make sure that this notch right here ends up going tight against the side of the fuselage. Now, in order to make this work more easily for us, I purchased 4 of these small holders for the fins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide them in. Slide all 3 of them in here. And then what I'm going to do is take my fuselage and slide it in with the launch lug towards the bottom. And I'm going to slide it right down in here. What this is going to do is it's going to give me a good alignment for my fins. I'm going to slide the fins in so they're tight up against the side of the fuselage. That looks pretty good. Now, if I were just going to use my wood glue and glue these on, it's going to have to sit overnight before I can take it apart. And other students are going to need these bases to do their work. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of hot melt glue. And I'm just going to put a little dot here and a small dot on the bottom on each side. That's just going to hold the fins in place. Do that side as well. Nice thing about the hot melt glue is it's going to cool off fairly quickly and hold these fins in place. Got one more to do. Last one. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce these with my wood glue. That's all done. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this wood glue and run it right down the sides. I'm going to do it on both sides of all 3 fins. And that's what it should look like. A nice even bead of glue. Now, since this is going to need to set up overnight, I'm basically all done for right now. The next thing that I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to work on my recovery system, because once the rocket goes up, it has to come back down. I don't want it to hit the ground too hard. So I'm going to create a recovery system for the rocket. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now what I can do is I can remove this from here so that another student can use it. So I'm going to just very carefully slide this up. I didn't use a very large amount of hot melt glue, so I'm being gentle with these fins. I don't want it to fall apart now. There we go. Should stay together. That's what it should look like. Make sure you position it so the launch lug doesn't interfere with any of the fins. You see there's a few drips of glue there. That doesn't matter too much. I can scrape those off later.